All right. Welcome to Sideboard MTG. My name's Eric, and it's Sub Sunday. That's right, Sunday. We're doing subscriber decks, community decks, decks from the Sideboardmtg Subreddit. So if you want to get in on Sub Sunday, there's a couple things you can do. You can vote on which decks that we play, or you can submit your deck, or you both, right? Choose one or both. Modes. Anyway, go post your deck over on the Sideboardmtg subreddit. Join us here live on Sunday while we play some of these decks. Have some fun with them. We've got a couple hero decks. Like, you guys really like hero decks. Keep voting on hero decks. So this first one here is by Madness. This is a Mardu deck. Then after this, we're going to be playing an Abzan hero deck. No, not my mono blue. We're going to be playing an Abzan hero deck that is by Sir Eklz, another well-known member of the community. And then we have a Jun Power Girl deck by no other than Tier 1 Jank. I assume this is Marcus's deck because, he made sure that every card in the deck was a female except for Angrath, right? But no, seriously, this is Leslie's deck. We're going to be having some fun with that. I hope Leslie gets a chance to join us. We will be playing her deck tonight. So, Dummy Nation, welcome back, man. Boros Bantu, how am I doing tonight? Boros Bantu? Is that what it is? I mean, there is some Bantu, God Eternal Bantus in here, but it's not just Boros. I mean, we've got Judith. The deck can reliably cast Footlight Fiend due to the black sources, things like that. So we've also got Fireblade Artist along with Dreadhorde Butcher. Now, one of the cool things I like about this deck is the deck does have the turn 4 kill in it. To explain that really quick, if you do drop a turn 1 Footlight Fiend, that's great. You get in for an extra point on 2, but the real key is to go Hero of Precinct 1 on 2, turn 3, cast Tajik, swing. You'll swing with the Hero and Tajik for 6 damage total because you'll be able to put a counter on Hero of Precinct 1, which is pretty sweet. So 6 damage done right there. If you had the Footlight Fiend, we're up to 7 damage. And then on turn 4, you cast Heroic Reinforcements. Right? Okay, yeah. Durr, you just cast Heroic Reinforcements, go in the game, right? But yeah, Heroic Reinforcements will come down. It'll give you a +1 on all of your creatures, but you're going to gain 3 creatures off the Heroic Reinforcements thanks to Hero of Precinct 1. Tajik is going to be able to give one of those creatures an additional +1/+1, so that's that'll be there as well. That'll stick around along with the one that stuck around from Hero Precinct 1, and if unhindered, turn 4, they're dead. So the deck does have that, but it doesn't need it, right? Like, the lines are there. It's a very powerful deck, can just end the game extremely quickly, and that's probably why there's 3 copies of Heroic Reinforcements in the deck. Even if you don't hit the uninterrupted draw, then there's a really good chance that you're just going to do crazy things anyway. I have seen some of these decks actually run protection in the slot of Heroic Reinforcements, but I actually like the all-in approach. So you've also got Dreadhorde Butcher, which can play really, really well with swinging on turn 2, becoming a 2/2, and then followed up by a Tajik on turn 3, getting an additional +1/1 counter on it, and then hitting that turn, possibly getting another +1/1 counter on it. So there's some really sweet lines in the deck. Mayhem Devil is one that we haven't played with much on stream, but I've actually seen the card in action a few times in opponents' decks, and even at FNM. There was a guy playing a Mardu Aristocrats deck, and he was running the Mayhem Devil, and we're kind of the Aristocrats deck. So whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, Mayhem Devil deals 1 damage to any target. Whenever a player, so even if your opponent sacrifices a permanent, Mayhem Devil will trigger. That's pretty sweet. Like, For example, against red deck, they try to sack a a fanatical firebrand to be able to deal with something. You're going to be able to shoot maybe a Virashino Pyromancer in return. Like, there's some really sweet action here. And then you get to do crazy stuff like hit God Eternal Bantu. When God Eternal Bantu enters the battlefield, sacrifice any number of other permanents, then draw that many cards. For one, if you sack your board at the right moment, it could just be game over. When we have cards like Cruel Celebrant, when we have cards like Dreadhorde Butcher that are going to do just ridiculous amounts of damage to our opponent. Heaven forbid, we got that line I was talking of earlier. So, pretty sweet lines here with God Eternal Bantu, along with Mayhem Devil and Dreadhorde Butcher. So, and then you get additional triggers off of Footlight Fiend. So everything triggers on the way in, on the way out. I didn't mention Judith giving everything a pump, also giving us more damage. So it seems like the Aristocrats play it's here. Like, this is it. This is a solid looking build. I'm quite excited to run this after going over it a little bit more and seeing it right in front of me. Angrath in the sideboard, along with Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord. And then we've got some Theater of Horrors. I've been really mixed on the card, but it is really good against control, and we're running into a lot of control. You can also ping Planeswalkers. This was something I didn't realize before, but Theater of Horrors can actually ping Planeswalkers, and it's really relevant. I mean, how many times have we had 1-power Planeswalkers just sitting around everywhere, which honestly I actually don't think will matter a lot to this deck with all of the the Mayhem Devil triggers and the Footlight Fiend triggers and things like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun trying to calculate all the math in this deck. So Mortify as well, dealing with enchantments and creatures. So Deafening Clarion, along with more copies of another copy of Bedevil. I didn't mention the one of mainboard Aurelia. I forgot about that. There's another in the sideboard that reminded me of the mainboard Aurelia. Aurelia works pretty good with most of this deck. Giving a trample to red was never really relevant in the Red-White Angels decks where Aurelia was commonly used. But here, giving trample to red means giving trample to Dreadhorde Butcher. That's relevant, guys. That is relevant. So just wanted to point that out. Let's go play some Magic. You guys ready? I mean, we've got an Abzan hero deck to go through as well. But for now, let's go play some Mardu hero and see how it plays. Trigger off lands being sacrificed. Yeah, Field of Ruin is what? Somebody beat me to the game. All right. Let's try again. All right, we got a match. Yes, Mayhem Devil will trigger off of like Field of Ruin being sacrificed, things like that. So yeah, that's even our opponent's stuff. All right, we won the dice roll. I'd love to play first. Let's do this. All right, let me set up, get ready here. So we can Godless Shrine into a Cruel Celebrant. Or Godless Shrine, pay 2, get a Footlight Fiend down. Isolated Chapel into a Cruel Celebrant. We are looking for a red source to be able to get some of our, bigger cards out. But we've got a couple turns. I think we can keep the 2-lander and roll with it, considering we do have the early plays. Footlight Fiend being really, really good here. Flexible with the mana base. He was referring to Bantu letting you sack lands as well. Oh, yes, that's. I did know about that because that's one of the one of the tricks. But I didn't think about it other than just going for the kill shot. Like Bantu, doesn't he normally just go for the kill shot? Breeding Pool. Well, let's go ahead and get in for one because that won't make a difference if we do that now or afterwards. So I don't think I want to waste my time here. Like I'm going to end up playing this red source and paying for it next turn, almost 100% anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it down now and play this Cruel Celebrant. And then just, you know, we can Tajik next turn, and with Tajik put a counter on our Cruel Celebrant, protecting it a little bit better. Not that that'll 100% matter, but it's not nothing. Ooh, so do we trade Tajik for Druid here? I'm still going to play Tajik. I mean, do we play Tajik late when we can... Do we play Tajik later when we can actually do it? So it's like Judith now, or... I'm going for value. Like, if I kill this Paradise Druid, I'm kind of okay with that, right? Trading Tajik for the Paradise Druid, getting in for some damage. And then we'll put the counter on the Cruel Celebrant so he can't block it. Like, if he needs the mana, then there's no way that he blocks. Okay. I mean, just setting him back on the mana seems pretty good to me. I mean, we can still put a serious threat out next turn with Judith. So Judith will make our creatures attack for 5 next turn. That's not nothing. I mean, okay, so he goes for what, Jace right here, or not Jace, but Teferi right here, bounces Celebrant with the +1/+1 counter on it, and then we just kill Teferi on the backswing. I mean, that's the only thing we can do, is just, we have to go for the Teferi. We can't let it sit around. It's good tempo. I think I want to go for the bigger tempo gain here, and I'm gonna go Fireblade Artist. This way I can still punch him for 2 this turn. So we'll punch Teferi, then we'll punch him. So, I mean, we're still putting damage towards him, which will help augment the damage that we've got coming in from Interplanar Beacon, or the life gain we've got coming in from Interplanar Beacon. So he is the 4-color Dreadhorde deck. Alright. Ooh. I'm gonna sacrifice this, so I can deal 2 points of damage there and just clear this blocker. I mean, he probably wants me to clear the blocker, but I guarantee the 2 points in from this turn. We get in with Judith, I think. I mean, I could Aurelia. Then if we top deck a land. Alright, so Judith gives me an extra 2 points of damage here, right? And then Aurelia also gives me 2 points of damage, but Aurelia uses my mana better and gives me a better turn 5. I'm going with Aurelia. And then we'll just swing for 5 here. And then Judith can actually give 3 points of damage next turn. Ooh, he shocked himself. Shocking. Wild Growth Walker with probably a J-Light follow-up. That'll be a thing. That will be a thing. I hope he gets 2 lands. Double land, double land. Did he get double land? What did we see? What did Jade Light get? Revealing Wild Growth Walker. Left Wild Growth Walker on top of his library both times. Okay. He's back at 11. Which is nothing. Not gonna sacrifice this. Ooh, okay, okay. So here's where we start our like go wide strategy, I guess. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to play the hero here. Play Cruel Celebrant. And then maybe just crack in the air. Like just get 4 points of damage in. And then we'll set up for like a Judith swing next turn that should be fairly decent. What's up, Mr. Willig? How are you? Have you seen Mono Green lately? It's pretty good right now. By the way, how do I appreciate the mana base? So far it looks pretty sweet. I didn't actually go over the mana base really well. There's a Karn that will gain him a couple life, make a Karnstruct, but it doesn't explore, which is good. You can have a breeding pool. Alright, so I think we go for the kill this turn. Honestly, I would love to like just hit heroic reinforcements here. We're not going to sack anything. I think I play the Judith for the extra damage and swing. I haven't done the math. Sorry. He scoops to that. Yeah, I haven't done the math, but I think Judith was also the nut, which means we were already holding it. He drew 5 more cards after. He's like, what would my next draw have been? This is what we had coming. All right, so let's jump to the sideboard. Pretty sure he did. Yeah, he did. He did. Deafening Clarion actually looks really good here, but then again, like, we've got to worry about this turn 6 Command the Dread Horde. He's going to want to throw things down as quickly as possible, and try to get all of those back with Command the Dread Horde. I'm tempted to bring in Sorin, but I also think that our overall game plan, if we can deal with, like, if we can draw the Bedevils and deal with the Wild Growth Walkers and keep him from gaining life, would be doing really good. Madness, have you ever thought about putting some other kill in the deck, like 2 mana kill, cast down maybe, something cheap? Because that's what I'm looking for right here. I'm begging for a cast down or a lightning strike, right, to be able to deal with like, I want a 2 mana way to deal with Wild Growth Walker. Like, I don't want to pay 3 mana to deal with Wild Growth Walker, because Wild Growth Walker costs 2 and I lose the mana advantage right there, you know. Deafening Clarion could be really good. Could be a fun trick. Pow, gotcha. I'm not sideboarding anything. You bring in the other Bedevil. Nah. Yeah, Lava Coil would be good. Lava Coil would be great, especially considering that is the one card that even the Citadel decks want to see more than one time. Being able to... It's a bad hand, guys. Real bad hand. We don't win with this hand. We're a really aggressive deck, and getting behind even one turn, this hand loses. I'm like 90% sure this hand loses. Like, because we're on the draw, we could potentially draw a land that would make this just great. I tell you what, this is Madness's deck. Madness, you see the hand. Keep or pass. Like, keep or mulligan. What we doing? What we doing? Let's get rid of that white chat. What are we doing? You've considered D-Spark, but you feel like it's overrated and doesn't hit enough. Cast down also doesn't synergize with hero, but you think Walker's enough of a threat to warrant a 3-mana kill. Gotcha. All right. You'd keep. All right. That's what I read. I'd keep. We got this guy waiting on us. I don't want him to scoop because we're actually, like, you know how many times people scoop because I'm talking to you guys? Oh, Madness with faith in his deck, ladies and gentlemen. That will bring our turn 2 and turn 3 land in untapped. It's go time, baby. It's go time. It was also great that was a swamp because we needed our 1 red source and then 2 other black sources. It's pretty good, pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, that's it's about the best we can ask for. Ooh, and even more land, right? More land. All right, so what do we need to do here, right? We need to Fireblade Agent, so we have to get our red source down here. And I'm gonna swing. Like, so if he blocks Footnight Fiend, we kill it. If he blocks Fireblade Agent, we kill it. I mean, it's what he wants to happen, but I need to do it anyway. Alright, so it's not cool that this is a 3-2 because Tajik really wants to lay the hammer down here. So if I Mayhem Devil, swing, Tajik. So if I'm not using the haste, there's no point in casting Tajik this turn. I could bedevil it. I could actually pass this turn and bedevil whatever he plays. Tell you what, let's swing and go from there. Like this is a hard turn for me because that helps. So he's definitely got Command the Dreadhorde in hand. So I'm just going to play a Mayhem Double and pass. Demir are the CIA agents, not Rectos. Right? It's pretty true. Stay at 2-1. Stay at 2-1. Just draw lands for days, man. Just lands for days. Alright, he drew 2 lands. He got a Breeding Pool and a Woodland Cemetery. It did stay a 2-1. So I don't have a 4-mana play, so I'm definitely playing this tapped. I'm going to swing for 3 here. There's a good chance he blocks, right? Because of Command the Dreadhorde. Yeah. He's just going for the Command the Dreadhorde. Which makes me want to keep Bedevil so that I can shoot a Wild Growth Walker. I'm just going to maximize usage of my mana, considering I plan to keep Bedevil for the Command the Dreadhorde turn. So I'm just going to throw Tajik down. And then we'll pass turn. Next turn we can't do both because we don't have the red source. We need to top deck a red source to be able to do both. But Cry of the Carnarium. Just to kill Tajik at that. That's okay. So we did top deck the land. I will swing for 4 here, which is not bad. And then we get to still keep up Bedevil. This is it, though. This is the turn that he would want to pay a bunch of things to get stuff back. Tajik's too threatening. Fair enough. Tajik is a very threatening card. I mean, prevent all non-combat damage it would be dealt. It's not really threatening to this deck, but I guess the gaining first strike and making the creatures bigger and things like that. There's probably a lot of situations there where I should have just went for... Aw. There's the Wild Growth Walker. So next turn we will see the command the Dread Horde. I want him to pay more. Like, I want him to have enough options that he goes to pay even more for his command, the Dread Horde. Alright. Here we go. You're watching on 2 screens. Hi, Leslie. Hi, Marcus. You can't wait to see Leslie's deck being played. Right? I think it's going to be pretty cool. It's got a lot of really powerful cards in it. She's got some cool stuff in it that I didn't even see the first time through it. I talked a little bit on Reddit to her about the deck. And alright, so we let this happen. And now with this stuff on the stack, we kill Wild Growth Walker? He's at 2, by the way. Just saying. He's at 2. This deck's supposed to be the best deck in the format, right? I'm supposed to be playing it at some point this week. I'm not impressed. I mean, it's a cool deck. Don't get me wrong, and he's probably still somehow going to win this game. I just don't see it. The only way that he can currently win the game is to block with Footlight Fiend, which technically, as long as I don't swing, he can't swing at me. Okay, so for those of you that don't know, when Dreadhorde Butcher dies, it deals damage equal to its power to target player. The opponent went down to 2. We saved the Wild Growth Walker. In response to the Explore triggers, we killed the Wild Growth Walker. Sorry, we saved the Bedevil for the Wild Growth Walker. Killed the Wild Growth Walker in response to the triggers. Our opponent was down to 2, which we purposely put enough creatures in the library by swinging earlier. He actually killed them. I was trying to offer him a block, but I needed at least one more 3-drop in the graveyard, so we were going to try to put 2 more with his J-Light Ranger along with our Mayhem Devil. He fell for it. We killed it. We won. Anyway, I hope that was good for you there, Madness. You're the one that said keep that hand. It was pretty sweet. Yeah, command the Dread Horde. Yeah, how you like them apples? The command the Dread Horde deck it's pretty sweet. Okay, I just personally think Golgari Citadel is better because on turn 6 we win the game, whereas on turn 6 they prepare to win the game. Right? I don't know. They also fall apart to a single removal spell most of the time. If you are fighting against the 4-color command, the Dread Horde decks, if you can avoid killing Wild Growth Walker, it's advisable. If you can exile Wild Growth Walkers, it's advisable. Madness, Lava Coils need to be in this deck, man. It's a serious threat right now. It's a serious threat. You need to have something dedicated to that threat. I understand Theater of Horrors in the sideboard, but I really did not like. I really did not like the idea of us having to spend 3 mana to kill Wild Growth Walker. You're saying that you believe that Wild Growth Walker is a serious enough threat to warrant a 3 mana kill spell. It's not. It's not. It's a threat that we should be able to ignore in most situations, and be able to deal with other threats. Like Control usually will let a Wild Growth Walker sit around for a long time. We should be able to allow a Wild Growth Walker to sit around. Life gain should be relevant, but not seriously relevant. And cheaper threats mean that you get to, or cheaper removal will mean that you get to apply more threats to the battlefield quicker. You'll have more efficient turn 4s and turn 5s because you'll be able to play a 2-drop and then follow that 2-drop up with a another 2-drop. You'll be able to play 3 drops with 2 drops on turn 5. So all in all, I really think you need some 2 mana removal in the deck. Theater of Horrors is cool. But I think that's where I would move around. I would play around with the removal. The extra Bedevil could possibly even become something like the extra Bedevil could even become cast down, or something like that. So just 2 mana removal, man. Needs to be able to kill Lava Coil, or it needs to be able to kill Wild Growth Walker. That's my only advice for this deck. Other than that, man, that was really, really cool. That was really, really cool. Right, you're saying it yourself. The life gain typically blows us out. Right. Well, being able to, then you run Lightning Strike, man. Like, no lie, run Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike will allow you to deal damage, and it will allow you to kill. I hate to say it, but isn't there a sacrifice a creature, deal damage, or destroy target creature in the format somewhere? Let's find out. Madness. Let's find out. Alright, so in standard, we want it's probably going to be a black spell, right? Sacrifice a creature, destroy. Font of Agonies, nope. Spark Harvest, as an additional cost to cast Spark Harvest, sacrifice a creature. Or late game, pay 4 mana, 3 and a black, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Sounds like it'd be good in Aristocrats, right? 1 mana. Final payment. Final payment would be ideal. Final payment would be ideal. Where's final payment? Final payment. That's Madness. This may be one of the better decks for final payment. This is a really, really good kill spell. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you can pay 5 life, or sacrifice a creature, or an enchantment. Destroy target creature. So the other one to kill planeswalkers is sorcery speed. This one is instant speed. Sack a dude, or pay 5 life. You know what? You had Spark Harvest sideboard. Cut them for Deafening Clarion. Okay, fair enough. Just didn't run into Wild Growth Walkers and things like that. Because, like, waiting that extra turn to kill Wild Growth Walker means waiting long enough for them to cast a J-Light Ranger, right? And that means they've already gained 6 life off of it. Got its power up to 5. Which means now it's even harder to kill. It's even bigger threat. At this point, it's probably done some damage to you. 2 mana, dude. 2 mana removal for Wild Growth Walker. I think it's a must. I'm going to quit beating that in the head. Let's go to Abzan Hero. This horse is dead. Like, we've beat it. I've beat it. It's gone. Anyway, you guys ready? Jank, can you link me the Reddit, please? First link in the description box is the Reddit if you want to post your decks over on the Sideboardmtg subreddit for Subsunday. You can, and if you get the most votes, we'll play it right here on stream. We'll do it. It'll happen. Abzan Hero. Now this one's by Sir Eklz. I think that we had him in chat just a little while ago. Anyway, Sir Eklz put this one together. This is another Hero of Precinct 1 deck. Now, we're not coming out on turn 1. This deck's not as fast as the last deck. This is we're gonna go the long haul. We're going wide. We're still looking to sacrifice some things, right? But we wanna make those casts. We want to get those value plays. Assassin's Trophy hits absolutely everything. No targeting restrictions on Oath of Kaya. That's 3 damage anywhere we want. So we're talking an Orzhov Lightning Bolt here. It's not a Lightning Bolt. We're paying 3 mana for it, but it's actually a Helix, right? We gain 3 life. So that's not horrible. If they attack our creature or planeswalker, however, we'll do another 2 points of damage to them and gain some more life. That's relevant because the deck actually has Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord along with Vraska Golgari Queen, who is actually in one of the best places that she's been in a long time, since the beginning of last season, or season before last, was it? No, last season, since the beginning of Ravnica, when we came to Ravnica and we started running into the Sultai decks, people were trying to run her along with the other Vraska as the top end, then it converted over to Vivian into Carnage Tyrant and so on and so forth. Well, now we're in a world of 3 mana planeswalkers, and Abrupt Decay is pretty good. So for those of you that don't know, -3 is destroy target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less. That's Teferi. That is Narset. That is Saheeli. That's just 3 planeswalkers. Not to mention, great things like Benalish Marshal or History of Benalia and things like that. Now, her +2, even if you don't sack anything to it, actually outruns some damage that'll be on the field, considering we're doing this go wide action here, where we're going Hero of Precinct 1 into cards like Amara, which will then tap next turn and make yet another dude. We've got Midnight Reapers to be able to draw cards. Seraph of the Scales, really good threat in the air, being able to punch over Wild Growth Walkers, Jadelight Rangers, things like that. Paradise Druids, which is a really annoying blocker. Paradise Druid is 2 power, just happens to be enough to kill some of our important things that we might want to turn sideways, like Midnight Reapers and such. Heroes of Precinct 1, we can't turn those sideways because we don't know how important their mana is, right? They may just be willing to trade a Paradise Druid. So Seraph of the Scales' flying ability is actually extremely relevant. Being able to be in the air, to be able to pressure those planeswalkers right now at an early turn in the game, turn 4. They play a planeswalker, they play their Teferi, they bounce your creature, and then you follow up with a turn 4 Seraph of the Scales. It's going to be a moment before they can bounce this or deal with it in any practical way. It's 4 power, means that it clears most planeswalkers. So we are a little bit worried about Dovin with this one. Dovin would be our worst nightmare when we're trying to go that route, but things happen. We can always deal with that. We've also got Tristani, which buffs the board, and a board in a box. I do have to mention, board in a box is great, and it's also a threat. Like, they have to answer Tristani like ASAP, otherwise just the Anthem effect alone really starts helping us out a lot. And then Tulsamir, I haven't actually played with Tulsamir that much, but his ability to to come in and he brings in his wolf friend, and whenever a wolf enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 3 life, and that creature fights up to 1 target creature. So his wolf comes into the battlefield, it fights something, and it's mayhem. We'll have some fun with it. I do need to mention the Night of Autumn's main deck. I actually really like that. I think that there's enough enchantments and things like that we do need to worry about those. In the sideboard, we've got Duress. The Elder Spell like we're worried about planeswalkers, right? Like we've got a lot of action coming in on the Explorer front with people playing all the like I'm just Wild Growth Walker. Oh my goodness, Wild Growth Walker, Jaylight Ranger, Merfolk Branch Walker. Oh, I'm so sick of Explorer. Aren't you? Right? I've been playing a lot of Golgari Citadel lately, and we've been exploring a lot. It's been fun, but that's the only cards I've seen. Anyway, D-Spark, really good card. We just talked about this just a moment ago. It won't help you in against the early turn creatures, but if you don't have access to blue or Disdainful Stroke or something, this will deal with all of those things, like Nicol Bolas, all of them, right? D-Spark's pretty cool. Deals with some of the bigger planeswalkers, things that we've got to think about. Also, really, really cheap. So, a lot of times, like this is always a mana advantage just because of the wording on the card, which is relevant, right? I mean, if you're always getting something converted mana cost 4 or greater for 2 mana, you're just always getting that. Explore is hard work. Yeah, well. You gotta find those passages. I'll saccage your way up in here. All right, so Cry of the Carnarium. It's a good card. It actually hurts us a lot too. So I'm a little bit worried about Cry of the Carnarium in the sideboard. I mean, it's going to exile things that we might want to try to get back with Sorin. It exiles everything which Cruel Celebrant might want to be alive. For that reason, I would say Golden Demise may be better in this deck. Sir Eklz, have you ever thought about Golden Demise? You can also sack the Oath with Vraska if need be. Yes. That's actually a really good trick. Like if you have that extra permanent, we used to do it with the it was a Planeswalker thing. Like these, was it Oath of Chandra? Was it? Yeah, it was Oath of Chandra. Yeah, like when we had extra copies of it, like you just sack them and then play the new one. So that's actually relevant. Vivian giving us instant speed, that could be a lot of fun with sack creatures and Heroes of Precinct 1, and yeah, that could be fun, giving us instant speed, right? Plus the -2 gets us a card, right? Eric got his own coin. What coin? Hopefully he don't need Cry, right? Yeah. Kaya, Orzhov Usurper. What's the minus hitting on this right now? Line of War Elves? Arbor Arboreal Grazer to clear the way so we can get more damage in. What are some good hits for Kaya right now? I mean, tokens. Tokens are great. There's a bunch of tokens. I'm just going to say tokens. Alright? Tokens. But against control, this is actually really good. Against the Gates deck, this is kind of silly. Right? Against the Gates deck, you get to just sit back and keep exiling cards. And as you're exiling cards, like sometimes you're gaining life because of the Rams and things, but they can't really deal with Planeswalkers really well. So you just get to keep upticking her, exiling cards over and over, and then as you're exiling those cards, you end up just going, -5, bam, hit you for a trillion, and good luck. Mortify is really good, and then Settle the Wreckage, sweet. Seems like good times, right? Good times. Let's go play some Magic. Oh, come on, I missed that. I missed it. James, what about Fine Finale and Soot? Seems exile is not what you want, and the deck has enough creatures to block early. Actually like Fine Finale in this deck. Wait a minute, how many 3 power? I didn't check for 3 power. Fine Finale normally needs a 3 power creature to truly benefit off of it. Because you want something to be left back, right? Like you want something to catch those counters. Otherwise, you're just hitting the mid floor. You're not making it to the ceiling. Do we have a? I mean, I guess we could go Knight of Autumn. That would be a 3-power creature. Seraph of the Scales could catch those counters, right? Seraph of the Scales could catch those counters, or it might even be beneficial to allow Seraph of the Scales to die. You know, I didn't talk about Storiv Dev Karen Lich. Probably Storiv, right? Whenever Storiv deals combat damage to a player or a planeswalker, return a target creature card. Yeah, this would be really good with Fine Finale, actually. I haven't actually played with this card. Return to your hand target creature or planeswalker card in your graveyard that was put there this combat. Okay, so it has to die this combat. That's not as no, that's not as good as it looked. So if we can afford the double black in this hand, oh, we have a game up. Can we keep this? Sure. I mean, we've got a turn 2, a turn 3. We've got removal. We've got Star Eve. Maybe I was talking crap about him, and he's like, "I'll show you how good I am. Let's do this." Okay, so I mean, it allows us to stay aggressive, right? Like, so I mean, he's got trample. If they can't block him, we get to get in with anything. Maybe that is good. Maybe this is the type of deck where you want him because it does allow you to stay aggressive. Okay. Alright. Maybe. We'll see where this goes. Alright. Mono blue? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe not. Probably not. Either one of these bring in the Amara next turn. Either one of them gives me a green source. I mean, I can't hide the fact that I'm 3 colors. Like, this is not going to be possible. Oh. Growth Spiral. Not this combat. That wasn't put there this combat. Oh, that wasn't put there this combat. Okay, so I was seeing that completely wrong. Like I said, I haven't. Oh, please don't be Simic Nexus. Please don't be Simic Nexus. I don't think so. I don't think Simic Nexus plays J-Light Ranger. I bet this is like some type of Simic Proliferate deck or something. Well, we don't trophy it, right? Alright, so the cards he revealed was Growth Chamber Guardian. Growth Chamber Guardian stayed on top. Alright. So I can play Midnight Reaper. I can't swing. This makes me feel bad that I paid 2 life last turn. Yeah. I definitely feel bad that I gained the life now. So my question is, how do we get through a wall, right? Like, do we just fight the stalemate with Seraph of the Scales? Just hit that ASAP and just go from there? Alright, so I was wrong about this. This just gets us back things that were put there this combat. So he's clearly got more stuff. Sure, dude. You got me. This is the mass manipulation deck. Oh, the thief deck. You think so? Okay. I can see that. New Horizons. Okay, so I actually think it's the Proliferate deck. New Horizons puts a 1/1 counter. Not a bad card. Now he can produce 3 more mana, so he could Growth Chamber Guardian here. He wouldn't be able to pump it though, so I actually think we get in with a decent swing here. Makes me want to shoot it. Land? Let me have a land. Alright. Alright. So, because I have the Sorin to get back to the hero, I like to pay 2 life. I don't think I am, because I'm about to Assassin's Trophy this thing. Just because I don't want him to have the mana to be able to activate it, him not being able to activate this means that he's only currently got 2 cards in hand, and if he doesn't have a lot of plays, he's going to be able to make a lot of use of this mana, this additional mana he's got. So at this point, I'm not worried about him not having mana, and I'm just going to give him the land and pop the Growth Chamber Guardian before he can start putting counters on it and digging more of them out of his deck. Also, you know, doing that lined us up for a 5-point swing, which it's not nothing. So right, like he can't swing here. He did swing. Sure, dude. Five mana. 6 mana. Carnage Tyrant. Well, it is definitely a thing. I kind of want to just play Sorin here, but I also just want to play Steve so they can block, like make some more dudes, block, all kinds of things. Like, what is up, Lincoln? You guys hear that? Like, he is... I don't even... No, that's not Lincoln. That's his cousin. Yeah. My bad. So I am interested in swinging here with Amara just because I have another one. Even though I don't actually... Do I want to turn her sideways? Or do I want to put her with blocker here? Does he swing? He does swing. With the Carnage Tyrant as well. Alright, so if we go to 2, right? This puts us at 3. Hope he doesn't have a pump spell. We're gonna see how well this works. I don't know about this play. This could backfire. horribly. Does he have another Carnage Tyrant? Is this another? No, it's a Plaka Worm. Okay. Mr. Plaka Worm. And this is only lifelink as long as it's our turn, so that's relevant. Alright, not bringing that in. Okay, so if we swing, how do we survive? So if I plus Soren, I ping him for 1, that does nothing. I down tick Soren, I get back my hero precinct 1. If I swing for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe I shouldn't have blocked that. Maybe I should have just chump blocked last turn and kept the hero up because it would have made another dude. I was trying to get... I wasn't expecting another 7/7 trampler. Got me. Got me. I think I have to swing this turn. So if I swing and I gain 7, that just negates one of these and I lose the dude, right? I've still got another one coming in for 7. So if I gain 7, 8, 9, what does that do for me? That puts me still at 12. I can block 2. I take 12. I mean, this is the best that I can think of, is to gain 7, which we've got 14 coming back at us. He actually didn't even block. I'm probably just dead. Does he swing with everything here? At me. At me. Okay, so... doesn't matter, right? Yeah, I downticked Soren. I think gaining 2 life off of the Soren rather than upticking to gain 1 life off the Soren was a little bit better, and getting back the hero kind of worked for us there. I hope he just plays land pass. Just please, just play land pass, dude. Just land pass. That's a land war elf. Okay, that's okay. That is okay. Kind of. Maybe. I don't know. New Horizons. That puts +1/+1 counter on something. Okay, so he's out of mana. Or out of cards. This is it. This is the board we have currently got to deal with. No surprises. Do we have the tools? That's a daggum good start. Alright, so we're going to start by upticking Soren, taking him to 4. We'll gain that point of life. We have to keep at least 2 mana available so we can make a 3 mana play here. I think the 3 mana play will be Midnight Reaper. And I can play that before combat, because it's colorless, or it's not multicolored, so it's not going to trigger the hero anyway. and we're gonna swing. We're gonna make some dudes, right, and apply some pressure, gain some life. We're not out of this yet, and we get our hero back. Okay, so that's pretty sweet. Oh, but we can't play. Oh, I thought it comes straight back to the battlefield. It's not as good as Soren. It's not as good as Soren. I still have to Assassin's Trophy here, right? So we pass turn. I'm gonna let him draw before I like try to thin his deck. If he draws a counterspell, then I'll lose life with Midnight Reaper. All right, so Midnight Reaper is non-token creature. The plan is to throw a token in front of Lana World. Maybe we throw the Midnight Reaper in front of Lana World as well. Don't want to gain life here. Alright, so we're going to take 7. You know what? I am okay with this. Alright, so I've declared blocks. I'm going to go for the Assassin's Trophy. He does get to draw a card off of this. Reaper's a liability? Come on, guys. Reaper just drew a card. That's a whole card right there. Right there. That's a whole card. Oh, we need a whole nother card. That's... Woo, okay. Brutal. Alright, so he's making oozes. Make your ooze, dude. Make the ooze. You make the ooze. That doesn't really help us right here. So I can go hero. We can go hero. Cruel Celebrant before combat, right? Yeah, we'll go Cruel Celebrant before combat, make a dude. Swing? I'm kind of okay with Amara. Like, yeah, we're okay. I'm okay with Amara here. Like, Amara swinging right here means that he has to split his blocks, right? Oh, our opponent didn't just lose, guys. He disconnected. Right? It said disconnected. The opponent has left the game. What? He may come back. He may come back. Alright, it said play lobby. Yeah. Our opponent just he's gone. He's done. He's done. He's like, what? What is this madness? We only got one game in with that, right? Let's play one more. One more Abzan hero. One more. Just one more. Alright, so a big 5/4 is pretty good with Soren. Maybe I was wrong. I wasn't really hinging on the ability. But it did allow me to throw an extra block in that I normally wouldn't have gotten because it was, there was no real fear. But then again, I could have also downticked Soren and gotten it back the exact same turn that I actually had the mana to cast it. So only the fact that it was a big body was relevant. Let's see what we've got here. we got Godless Shrine, so we can get a turn 2 Amara down. We can get a Cruel Celebrant. We've got multiple Tristanis. I'm not 100% on this hand, but it's fast enough that we can get on the battlefield. So I think I'll keep. Sir Eklz says, remember you can loop Soren and Stariv. Okay. What do you mean by loop? I don't understand what's the loop. It kind of works, right? So Soren can get back Stariv. I thought Stariv only said creature. Can it get back a Planeswalker? Man, I might have to just go read that card a whole nother time, right? So we can get away with not paying 2 here because of my amazing foresight at getting the 1 card down that was viable in both of these, right? I'm so good. I don't even realize it when I'm this good sometimes. Come on. Kind of still works. I've got to read Stariv again. Like, this card's broken, isn't it? It's broken and I don't even know it. Damage to a player or planeswalker. Return to target hand creature or planeswalker card in your graveyard that wasn't put there this combat. And it's a zombie elf wizard. It's growing on me, Sir Eklz. It's growing on me. It's... Alright. I mean, is that actually better than just a Golgari Finebroker, though? I mean, Finebroker's just, you're guaranteed to get it in. I actually got to hit somebody with Stariv. Storep? Whatever. Tithe Attacker. He's got me stopped in my draw step here. So if I Cruel Celebrant, then I've got no problems with swinging, right? If I hero a Precinct 1, however, which sets up better for the Cruel Celebrant next turn, right? I know I'm playing this tap because I don't have a 3-drop anyway, and I can cast either of my 2s. So we can go ahead and do that. I think I'm going for the go wide value. And I'm okay with losing Amara here. I think I am. We'll find out. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I don't like it. But the fact that he blocks also may mean that he's just going to swing for 1 in the air and then sweep the board anyway. I'm almost okay with that. Like, Deafening Clarion right here is not like the worst thing in the world. Squire's Devotion. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for that. That definitely happened. That is a Squire's Devotion. So I'm actually expecting a Paladin to see Famished Paladin. This is one of the few enchantments in Standard that can actually give a creature lifelink. And in the Famished Paladin combo is like one of the only places I know of that actually cares about that particular... Oh my god, dude. You're stopping me in my draw step. Like... Stop, dude. I think Cruel Celebrant's right here. This is the only thing that's actually going to get a trigger off of the creature anyway. So, I mean, he can block the 2 damage, or he can trade with the vampire, or he can trade with my soldier, the vampire and the soldier, which, good for me. So we technically negate his lifelink. Yeah, whatever. So now I don't think he can swing. And now we need to get to enough... We need to just start hitting runner lands. What is this? Defiant Strike? Is this Jeskai Feather? Enchantments? Give me a land. Please give me a land. We didn't get a land, but I'm still going to oath the Kaya the thing. Or do I just keep putting pressure on the board? Just going to keep putting pressure on the board. I know he's gaining life, but man, it just feels bad. I guess we need him to tap more, or we need to get like a Seraph of the Scales. Seraph of the Scales would be huge. Like, being able to get this Seraph of the Scales down would be absolutely huge right now. Or for him to tap out. Alright. Him tapping out would be pretty sweet. I really need to draw cards here. Oh, play 2 more cards. I'm going to pay the life and attempt to play the Seraph of the Scales. Like, this is kind of one of my only options here, is to be able to get this down. Because if he can counter this, then I'm in a real bad spot. I mean, we make the dude. The flying, though, is super relevant, but he could still have something. Like, do I just want to trade the Midnight Reaper in? I mean, it gives him another flyer, though. Like, I don't want to give him another flyer that he can swing with that one and not lose the Curious Obsession. So, I'm just going to hold back 1 turn. He's got to swing with something, otherwise he loses the Curious Obsession. And I'm definitely more than happy to block here. Dive down. Alright, I mean, that's acceptable. Land, not what we're looking for. Adonto Vanguard. Actually, the land was pretty good. Because now we get to Tristani, right? Tristani resolves. Like, Tristani changes things, right? So, if we go attack all, keep back the flyers. Yeah, I like this. Like, the 3 power, or 3 toughness here, huge, huge. Yeah, Tristani's a huge swing here. So maybe the land was the best draw we could have gotten. I mean, if we can even remove the Tristani, we've got more Tristanis coming. Paying life right here wouldn't even be bad for us. Right? Alright, so we're going to assign combat damage here, right? He's going to make it indestructible. He wants the flyer. I think I can do this. Yeah, I'm going to assign all 4 damage to the first guy. Assign 0 damage to the last one. This way the Adonto Vanguard actually takes all the damage and we don't kill... We don't kill dude for him. We did draw the extra card there. I think that's relevant. I think not giving him an additional flyer is relevant here. There's Feather, so it is a Feather deck. Wonder if he's got some stuff to throw on. Your friend won running Just Guy Super Friends list with 2 Narsets reversal main on your advice, and he said they won it for him. Well, that's awesome, dude. Worst case scenario, we make him burn a card here. If not, I'm really, really happy about... Okay, so we did make him burn a card. It's not true burn because, well... Because of Feather. Because of Feather. So he gets his dive down back. What can we do this turn? Go get some. Get them, opponent. Get it. Just do all the blocking. Do all the things. Go for it. Go for it. This is a good game. I think we just won. I'm like 90% sure, barring Spell Pierce. And a lot of the Feather decks don't run Spell Pierce, so I think we just won the game. Oath of Kaya, great card, guys. Yeah, but is it worth it? You guys have been a big help for you and Krista. What? That's awesome. That's awesome. You gonna take him to Spain with you? That's great. See, the opponent's looking at damage here. I'm gonna make sure my auto yields are turned off. That would be a nightmare to have passed through this turn. Yeah, double Oath wins here. I assume that we can deal 5 points of damage here. Like we might be able to get there with 1 Oath. Because we also get some Cruel Celebrant triggers. He actually didn't think about the Cruel Celebration, and we killed him with the swing. We didn't even have to show him the Oath, right? It was great. It was great. Settle the Wreckage may be good here. Cry the Carnarium. Cry the Carnarium's probably okay here. If you win, all right. Well, that's awesome to see you guys like gathering together in chat and like helping each other play and be, you know, better at Magic. That's awesome. All right, Steve, do you come out in this matchup? Like, what do I bring out? I kind of want to bring in Mortify, right? Maybe I take out a Tulsamir a fight. He's also very expensive, and our opponent's trying to be not so expensive. I just want to bring in some Mortifies. I'm gonna try Cry. I think with Cry the Carnarium, I take out a Midnight Reaper, but our opponent's gonna be drawing a lot of cards. I might want to draw multiple cards. I'm bringing in extra removal. I'll take out an Assassin's Trophy, maybe. We have a ton of removal with Assassin's Trophies and Oath and Golgari Queen. Maybe the threat of Steve is enough. I'll run it like this. You think Kaya is good here? Yeah, so I mean with Kaya you could hit the 1-drop Wizard, or you could hit Curious Obsession, and either of those are good. No joke. Either of those are good. I think it's slow. I've never really had problems with Kaya in like it doesn't do anything to Feather, right? And if I can't destroy Feather, then I can't win the game. I'm gonna keep this. This is the kind of hand I want to see with Cry of the Carnarium, like one where I'm just going to hit land drops. We're just going to let him apply pressure to the board. We put our Sorin down. We do that sort of thing, and then we sweep the board. Like that. That seems fine. He is stopping me in my draw step again. Oh, I didn't mean to pay for that. What was I thinking? Where should you send your list for the Patreon games? If I'm still doing that, I am doing that. You Rush can send it to me on Facebook. Yeah, I didn't mean to pay for that land last turn. Oops. And he's not going to apply pressure to the board. Alright, well. Boo-hoo. Dude. That's a good little trick, because I almost just like clicked my thing and just and clicked pass, which would have stopped me and allowed me to like I would have just passed my entire turn. So like that's almost a dirty trick to stopping someone's draw step. Alright. Seraph of the Scales doesn't do a whole lot right here. It's kind of brutal. Right? Like this is kind of brutal. I need something like Assassin's Trophy, and honestly, if he's got to dive down, I may just be dead. If he's got to dive down, we just may not be able to kill him. Period. Period. All right. We have to wait till next turn to block. Like we can't even block this turn because I pretty much have to give the Seraph doubles or Death Touch. So yeah, that's a thing. And now he gets to just draw cards every single turn. But killing Feather is very important. Can you link your Facebook? No. No. No, it cannot. You can. Everyone else though, contact me on Patreon.com. All right, so he's gonna draw a bunch of cards here. Not a lot I can do about it. This is just brutal. Just brutal. Like the potential of him having dive down though doesn't save him from this, but indestructible would. We're gonna find out. 10th District Legionnaire. Okay. So we plus Sorin, shoot him, pass the turn. Like 10th Legionnaire could potentially just kill us this turn. This card is pretty good. You guys see me play the Feather deck, so we didn't play a version that had the Curious Obsessions in it, but that's actually what I was talking about. That the Feather deck felt a lot like playing like Jim Davis's old Blue-White Auras deck. If you guys remember that from some time back, like that, the Feather deck felt a lot like that because you apply pressure with a creature, and then you want to carry. Oh my god! All right, yeah, bring it. So Defiant Strike. Alright, well, we're going to block here. Here's the Death Touch. Defiant Strike. Yep. Alright, so that's going to be 5. Can he get to 9? Can he get to 9? Alright, so we've got some blockers. We're at 4. He gets his Defiant Strike back. He gets other stuff back. Alright, so now this turn is fairly interesting, right? Because we get to downtick, get our Seraph of the Scales back. Play, and Seraph of the Scales comes straight to the battlefield. Soren's so much better. He's so good. And then Midnight Reaper. There's quite a few blockers, right? I think I can come in with Tapland. Okay. And I can pressure Soren? Or I can pressure a Johnny? And we get a couple life off of it. This is not like a nothing draw here. Although our opponent still got 7 cards in hand, but we've got a much better board state. And our board state's not technically getting much worse. Reanimate Seraph. Absolutely, Sir Eklz. That was definitely the play. That was the play from the moment that I played the Seraph, was to give it Death Touch, block, and then bring it back and block again. So, second verse, same as the first. I didn't have to spend the mana there. Because he didn't do anything with it. Like, if he would have pumped the toughness, then I would have had to do something. So, now he can downtick to get his 10th streak. Yeah, he is. I think our Soren's better than his Ajani on the bring back. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Well, now he gets to do all of those things again. But we're much better off than where we were at before. Man, look what we've drawn. This card's not been good. It could be here very soon, but as of right now, it's not been that great. I'm just going to go ahead and finish off a Johnny with Soren. It's pretty sweet, right? We know we're playing the Seraph, because that's a good play. Yeah, we're going to play the Seraph. And then I guess tap land. Would I like to pay 2 life? No. So what do we do here? Just pass? Like, I don't think I'm getting in with anything. So he's going to draw a bunch of cards. Like, he's just... We have to find a way to kill the feather. Like, these only have lifelink on our turn, so... Really? Okay. That's... Teferi Timebender. Gonna be able to do some bouncing here. That's not cool. Not cool at all. We've got blockers though, right? He still scoops up. He can see the writing on the walls. Like, we can replay it. We can block everything. He's going to have to pay life for this. We've got Soren to uptick, kill the Teferi. Like, even if we don't swing, we kill the Teferi. If he swings to save his Curious Obsession, we force him to put 4 life into it. Yeah. Opponent just scooped it up. Just didn't want to play Magic with us anymore. Hero. What a hero. God, Soren is so good. Ain't he though, Sir Eklz? Ain't he? Right. So that was actually the plan next turn, was to be able to start using the Vigilance and the Lifelink, and then threatening that if he did anything that immediately, like, because Soren had 4 power, or 4 toughness, right? Or 4 loyalty. So immediately, if he blocked in the air with the Seraph, we could kill the Feather, killing the Feather with Death Touch, and we gained life off of it, and we would get more flyers, and Soren would immediately bring back the Seraph. Yeah, that loop, pretty good, man. Well, we definitely seen the power of Seraph of the Scales and Soren. I have been thinking of Soren as, we need anything 3 converted mana cost or less to be bringing back, that sort of thing. I didn't look into the 4 drops. I wish I should have, because this is a great card to be bringing back. The pretty sweet deck here, Sir Eklz. Pretty sweet deck. Tristani's actually not even bad to be bringing back, because if you play Soren uptick, you immediately jump to 6, which means you can bring back a 5, and Soren sticks around for the lifelink, which is not bad either. Along with bringing back, like, Tulsimir, bringing another wolf in. That wolf will fight. It'll have lifelink. Soren's pretty good, man. Soren is pretty good. The deck's got a lot of removal. Othakaya, 3 damage, great card. We seen that it was going to guarantee that we won our first game. Othakaya, pretty sweet. Doesn't kill Feather, but I wouldn't worry about that too much. Assassin's Trophy does kill Feather, and triggers, Hero Precinct 1 really well. Watley, didn't get around to Watley, but that would have been a lot of fun, right? Midnight Reaper was great. I would have to get on. I would have to get on the Wild Growth Walker argument if you didn't have Assassin's Trophy. I hate using a Assassin's Trophy on turn 2, but it's a thing. Whatever. Adanto, Resplendent Angel, Soren equals fun. Sounds good. So we're talking Adanto's Vanguard and Resplendent Angel. They both have lifelink. They're flying. They gain 6. You make an angel. And yeah, sounds like a lot of fun. That sounds fun. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. All right, the moment you've all been waiting for. No sideboard. No sideboard. So we're playing it. Main board. The idea here is Power Girl. So Leslie said that these are all females. I'm not 100% sure that's a female elf. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Have to ask the elf. Go from there. See, I don't even want to call her a female. She's got the short hair. She may not like being called a female. Oh yeah, that's definitely a girl. Yep. Carl Harpooner. It's an Assassin's Trophy. It's like Vraska's assassin. Vraska's the assassin, so I mean she's a female. That's yep. We're not going to go through this anyway. Saheeli, pretty good card here. One of the things that I was looking at in this deck was Courage in Crisis, right? So some of the things I didn't notice about Courage in Crisis is it's a really cheap way to put a +1/+1 counter on Incubation Druid, allowing you to ramp into some of your other stuff much quicker. I really wanted to see more 1-mana instant spells when I first seen this deck, because I wanted more things that could go with that turn 3, Captain Lannery Storm. I'm going to sack a treasure. We're gonna swing at you turn 4. I'm going to Pirate's Pillage. I've got more treasures. I'm going to sack those 3 treasures, or those 2 treasures, along with the new one from Captain Leonard's Storm this turn. We're going to hit you for another 5 next turn, plus play more spells. And so I wanted to see things like that happen, and we can do the turn 3, sack the 3 treasures for value with the Bedevil. We can even play some turn 2 stuff with the Pirate's Pillage and get some more going with Captain Leonard's Storm. So we can make a lot of good plays with Captain Leonard's Storm. I just wanted to see something like Shock, because a lot of times Captain Storm here runs into a blocker, and that happens. Saheeli, she's cool. I like Saheeli. Saheeli's awesome. Especially when you're playing non-creature spells. Assassin's Trophy is non-creature spell. Courage and Crisis. All of our Planeswalkers are non-creature spells, like Samet, which gives our other creatures haste. We've got Pirate's Pillage. What is going on? Pirate's Pillage. That's weird. That one's black. That one's not. That one's weird. Pirate's Pillage. This for the Horde. Are you around? You're watching this, probably not tonight, but you'll watch it tomorrow. Pirate's Pillage, yes. Draw 2 cards, create 2 treasures, go from there. You sent your deck over to me on Facebook, Sideboardmtg. Looking forward to hearing what my reaction will be. Are you really looking forward to my reaction to your deck? Are you? Promo Pirate's Pillages, alright? Yeah, some special ones. Vraska's Contempt. This card's still good. We've already got Bedevil. Do we want some 4 manas as well? Might be a little much here. Oh, maybe it's just every card that's buried behind another card, right? Yeah, look at that. It's just whatever the top one is. Vivian Reed. Look at the top card of top 4 cards of your library, and go get a creature. We've got alright, so we're trying to cast non-creature spells, but Vivian Reed wants to go look for creatures, but a lot of times we'll also be grabbing lands. Vraska being able to deal with anything. Angrath, pretty cool. I like this card. I think Angrath's in a really good spot right now, especially with the Danto Vanguards and things like that being relevant. Can even sack Feather. Feather is only a 3-drop. We just run into that. If you could target Feather, right? Because they've got to dive down. You're never targeting Feather. And then 3 Carnage Tyrants. That's what we're digging for with that Vivian Reed, right? We just want to hit our Carnage Tyrant, play that Carnage Tyrant, move on. I will say this deck's got a lot more basics in it than we've seen in a lot of decks here in recent past. We're only seeing 1 Overgrown Tomb, 3 Woodland Cemeteries, and I normally, when I see that, I just assume that people don't have the other cards. Maybe not. So I assume that we could get a more solid mana base by adding more Dragon Skull Summits, more Blood Crypts, Rootbound Crags, and things of that nature. I know that we could find a more solid mana base than the number of basics we have in this 3 mana deck. So if you did want to build this, you could change the mana base ever how you want. I'm not going to mess with that right now. We're not going to talk about side cards. We're going to go have some fun with a Power Girl deck. Ladies. I hope all the ladies come out to play here, right? Step out onto the battlefield. They strut their stuff, whoop our opponent, and go back. Go back in the deck, and we'll go back home. Alright, so we can Assassin's Trophy on 2, and Crawl Harpooner. Crawl Harpooner with Samet. That's a thing, by the way. Just want to point that out. Samet gives you haste. Crawl Harpooner, late game, out of nowhere. Gotcha. It could happen. It could happen. You could do that. Okay, so yeah, I get that those shock lands actually help So Tier 1 Jank says those shocklands actually help make sure Druid has the right colors to make and makes the buddy lands come in untapped. Tier 1 Jank, that's exactly how shocklands work. You are 100% right. So why don't you run more of them? Like, they're really, really good lands. I would definitely like to see more of them. Also, you must refer to Crawl Harpooner as Ladybug. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ladybug. It's we are drawing all the non-basics though. Not a lot I can say about it. Like, do I start swinging? I'm into white deck. We may see Lyra, but we're not hitting Lyra right now. Anyway, we're just gonna pass, right? Can't type and listen at the same time. No. I won a game once with Carney T, copied onto. Yeah, right. That seems fun. Like taking Saheeli and making a servo into a real boy sounds. Sorry, girl. I want to be a real girl. Oh, that's probably bad. I probably shouldn't have said that. Right. We'll get rid of the red source. We've got 3 red. I mean, I'm game with just saying Carnage Tyrant go, right? You would have played that Ladybug. If it wasn't a white deck, I think I would. Like, I probably really would if it wasn't a white deck. One, two, three. This might be a little slower than you guys would have done it, but starts working on the hand, and if he's choked on mana right now, working on the hand's exactly what I want to do, because I don't know if like he's going to start hitting things, and if I can make him start. Okay, so it's actually got a blue deck. It's a blue deck. Proliferate, draw a card, contingency plan. All right, so yeah, definitely working on the hand seems like where I want to be. Benefic Biomancer. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to keep working on the hand right here. And we're just going to like try to solidify the lead. I want to get another land. Yeah, I think I just take this Rootbound Crag. I know I have treasures. I know, guys. I know. But I think like we can't lose if we go this route. Like I think we get so far ahead with this route that we're not worried about much at all. I could be wrong. I could. But if he's going to have sweepers and Lyras and things like that, I think this is where I want to be. Wish they would reprint Force Spike. Yeah, it seems good. Force Spike seems real good. I'll -3. We'll gain control of the Benefic Biomancer here. I will go ahead and uptick. We'll take... I guess Dragon Skull's fine. We'll play our Dragon Skull. I think this is the turn that we play Carnage. He's going to scoop. I mean, we've kind of got him here. I think I was just going to go for the Captain Lannery Storm into Carnage Tyrant here. burn everything, hit him for a ton right there. Let's jump into another game. That person scooped on us a little too early. You'd play, yeah. So it was Captain, and we had enough mana. I was counting the mana. We had enough mana for Captain Lannery's Storm and sack the 2 treasures to be able to play Carnage Tyrant, and then swinging him with everything. So not bad, not bad. Pretty sweet little deck. Yeah, you think Captain's better? Yeah. Crunching eyes and Captain Storm. Captain Storm. Well, Leslie, it was actually really powerful. You hit some standard lines that were pretty good. Like we hit the line of, you know, Planeswalker, like just good Planeswalker. Our opponent got choked on mana. We just literally destroyed him. So couldn't think of the name of the card, Precognitive Perception, and was too lazy to look at your Kefnet Mill EDH deck to find the card. So you Googled Addendum Jace card and immediately knew what card. You immediately knew what card you meant. Addendum Jace card. Okay. Pyroslaver. Slavers. Alright, we won the dice roll. We will be on the play. I don't think this is where we want to be. If I had a Planeswalker or something with a little bit more gas than a Land of War Elf, I would keep. I've got to keep this. I mean, our opponent is deciding whether or not to mulligan to 4. He kept his 5-land hand. I am going to leave that on top. Not 100% that I need the 4th land, but I really want to hit my land drops to this Carnage Tyrant, because Carnage Tyrant still wins games of Magic, ladies and gentlemen. It still wins. And I'm not going to mess up and accidentally pay live for it. We're going to move on. This hand seems great for real estate, bad for winning. The first hand, I mean, right? Yeah, this is a better hand, and the fact that we've got the land, like if Captain Lannery's Storm goes unhindered, then we'll have produced enough treasure to play. So we get 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can play him on turn 4. Like, so if Captain Lannery's Storm makes a treasure on 3, we don't spend it, and then we make another treasure on turn 4, even if Captain Lannery's Storm dies on turn 4, we second main a Carnage Tyrant. What does... I mean, Carney swings on 5 either way right there. Carney does swing for 9 on that turn, though, but he can't block on turn 4. It really just depends on how much pressure I'm going to be taking, right? Like, this is no pressure at all for the Captain Lannery Storm. Can swing straight into this. Don't forget Salmon. I know Salmon gives haste, right? But what's, like... If I don't have a blocker to protect Salmon, and Salmon just gets killed, like if he has enough to deal 5 points of damage, right? Like, so if I don't see how playing Salmon on 4 is better than playing Carnage Tyrant on 4. Like, I get that we can turn 5 play Carnage Tyrant, but our Salmon's going to take such a hit. I don't know. Pump Captain Scry card. Well, we do have the mana that we can burn a treasure. It's only a -1. So you're assuming that he plays nothing else this turn? So you're right. If the opponent plays nothing else this turn, then I will play Salmon on turn 4 for you. But again, I don't believe it's the right turn. I don't believe it's the right call. Alright, so now if I play Salmon on turn 4, what happens? If I play Salmon on turn 4, I have to hold Captain back to block. Captain blocks, Salmon takes 2, he takes 4. Okay, now you play. Okay, now you're on the Carney plan. I thought we were on the Carney plan from the beginning. Like I've been here like for 3 turns now. Welcome to the game. Welcome to the game. All right, so I actually can't play Salmon and block. Just chump block here. But I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think we can save all the Salmon if we wait a turn. Yes, sir. That is a Carnage Tyrant. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You make your decisions based on what's in front of you. That was in front of us starting on turn 2 when we seen we were playing a white deck. And he played Nadanto Vanguard. We knew it was an aggressive deck. The likelihood of them not adding more to the board, it was always in front of us. Always. It's cool though. We got this. We got this. We'll just swing at them with the Carnage Tyrant and break hearts. Especially when we give Captain Planetary Storm the extra little boost. Or maybe we give the Captain, or maybe we give Carnage Tyrant the boost. And then just hold the Captain back to block. Wow. Wow. Those are good blockers for Carnage Tyrant. We're dead. We're not dead. Samit saves us. Samit means Carnage Tyrant doesn't die during first strike. Oh. Oh. Okay. That's pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, is he just going to take it? I'm just gonna pass here. I wanted to play Samit. I really wanted to play Samit, but I think we just pass. So this is 18, 19, 20, 21 damage if he brings everything in. So that blocks 5. This stops another 5. So now we take 8. And he has to put some blockers in front of this because, I don't know, we still need some, we still need a little something else. We need to draw a little something here. Incubation Druid wouldn't be bad. Knight of Grace, it's brutal. What's that last card, opponent? Oh no. No, the first strikers, they really hurt us. Really hurt us. I really wish this gave vigilance instead of additional haste. Yeah, this was just too much. That extra land needed to be a creature. I mean, I can just sit back because if we swing, we're dead, right? I mean, he's got 1, 2, 8. Yeah, he's got way too much on board. So we have to block something. If we block one thing, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's still lethal, even if we block one thing. Yeah, so we actually have to swing and force him to block us. The problem is he can block with both knights, and that'll be 4 damage. He'll still only take 5, and that'll keep him alive. And then he swings at us with an Adanto Vanguard. He swings at us with an Adanto Vanguard and and the 2 knights and wins and like survives. It's pretty mean, pretty mean. Amber alert. It's not cool. Sorry. Amber alert on my phone. I had to look at that. Alright, well, we scry. It's not draw. Needed a block. We really did. We needed a blocker. We needed a blocker so bad, Leslie. We needed a blocker. There he is. That's the blocker. It's the blocker we needed. Maybe our opponent messes up. There's no way our opponent messes up, right? Like, we can't block. We have to put the pressure on him and make him make the mistake. So that's mistake number 1. That's the mistake we needed, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. So that leaves us at 3. Dun dun dun. Lands. Yeah, as you ask her that, you might lose yours. Might be kidding. What? Prison Realm. It's okay. It's okay. We still die next turn. So we play for 2, play our land, we can pump. Problem with that is he swings for 3. So he swings for 6 right now, puts us at 3. We get an Incubation Druid. I mean, he made a mistake before. Maybe he can make another. I doubt it. I doubt he makes this mistake. Scry. Just saying, playing Sam at turn 4 could have helped Scry to a blocker. Hindsight. We didn't need a blocker then. We didn't have the information that we needed a blocker. We had the information that So we scryed twice with Samet. If we would have played it on turn 4, we would have scryed once with Samet. Samet would have died. We wouldn't have. We still scryed more on my way. Invalid argument. Invalid argument. Playing Fibblethip and Visionary would be sweet, wouldn't it? Elvish Visionary along with some Fibblethip. I mean, it's a blue Visionary. I never thought about it like that. Elvish Visionary is a good card, and then Fibblethip's pretty good. The opponent's still playing cards. Like, he may not realize that he's got us beat here. Like, we died during like first strike damage or something. There's another Adanto Vanguard. Pretty sure we're dead. I'll just turn this stuff sideways, dude. I'll go to game 2. I'll do it. I am not scared to go to game 2. Just click it. Congratulations. Pay 4 life, man. Keep that Adanto alive. Ah, man, whatever. You agreed with Rush, the deck jacked up on this one? Maybe. Nah, we made the right plays there. There was nothing we could have done. Yeah, I think we made the right plays, and all of a sudden, just Knight of Malice was what messed everything up, right? Just no blocks, whatever. Yeah, double Knight of Malice was what destroyed everything. But I still think that the Carnage Tyrant was probably the right play. In the light of knowing Samet would immediately die, right? We would love to play first. All right, so we have the Courage in Crisis that. This should be Shock. This is not going to do a lot, but it will trade with. It will trade with some stuff. Pirate's Pillage is okay. I think I'm going to try to be aggressive. We're going to be playing cards like Crawl Harpooner down very early. Early. So yeah, we'll just turn to a Swamp. Turn 3, Dragon Skull Summit. I'm probably just going to play Crawl Harpooner on 2. And turn 3, we're going to put a counter on it and proliferate. Right? Like, just get there. Right? I mean, a 2/3 is not bad, and then when all of a sudden it's even bigger than that, it's not bad either. We'll see. No legal targets. Oh, pooey. This is a great hand. Yeah, it actually looks like a decent hand, especially. No, we're not using this ability. Just moving on. Who'd have thunk the Death Lizard wouldn't be enough to kill our opponent to death, right? Since when does the big girl, Death Lizard herself, it does call it a Death Lizard in the flavor text. Just want to point that out. Death Lizard in flavor text. We're gonna have a great blocker here. Oh my goodness, we found another Death Lizard. I'm gonna start calling it that for now. I never noticed that the flavor text is Sun Empire commanders are well versed in advanced martial strategy. Still, the correct maneuver is usually to deploy the giant implacable. What? I don't know that word. Death Lizard. Hi. Do I apply pressure right now? I mean, this is a pretty good clock. I'll take it. I don't think he blocks. He might, because taking 4 is better than taking 5. He didn't block. Okay. The correct thing there was to block and take 4, pay 4 for it, and live. That was the correct play. He didn't make it. Like, I would rather take 4 than take 5. Implacable. So I had it closer to right the first time. Implacable. I thought it was like placid, like some play on the word placid. Not play, but like an alteration of the word placid. I don't know. Saying that he wasn't placid. He was very, very mean. I don't know. Placable. It means unstoppable, okay? Alright, fine. Thank you very much, Tier 1 Jank. I appreciate it. And the opponent does the same thing they did last time. I do not like the fact that I might be discarding a Carnage Tyrant. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to discard Captain Lannery Storm here. Even though playing Captain Lannery Storm might have been the right play, right? Because then we could have guaranteed a Carnage Tyrant next turn. I'm taking the play of I want to draw some lands, and I know I can play the Carnage Tyrant next turn, so I guess it's okay. I can also kill a bunch of birds with 1 stone here. Like, how much do we get hit for next turn, right? Possibly 7. So, Benelish Marshal means we take 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't want to pass and allow this, but I'm going to. Just because I want to hit my turn 5 Carnage Tyrant. It seems like a thing. Yeah, like turn 5 Carnage Tyrant's still good, right? Like that's still good. And we hit the brakes next turn. I think it's right to hit the brakes next turn. I'm out of coffee. I need coffee. Okay, 3 mana, 4 mana. Ajani. Alright, so this is the same as if yeah, okay. Putting it on the Adanto scares me. So we still take 7. It's the same as if he put in a Vanguard or sorry, Benelish Marshal down. Okay, so we are going to get to Carnage Tyrant World. Alright, so we hit the brakes here, or do we? So he swings for... I'm going to try to kill a Johnny. He allows it. Alright. That's not heartbreaking for me. We'll see what the opponent's got here. So this does... Ooh, this is actually really, really bad. I could just die right here. If this is another Ajani, it may just be over. It's Soren! Oh my goodness! That's a huge swing in the other direction. Is it right for him to swing, though? Oh my goodness, that's lethal! He found the lethal! Alright, we're dead. We're dead. Alright, we're dead. So we can block one. Oh, it's not lethal. It's not lethal. We're at one. Alright, we hit the land. If he hits another Sorin, we're dead, right? If he blocks the Sorin, we're dead. He doesn't know that, but if he blocks... No, if he blocks, we're not dead. I have to play the second blocker. We're at one. If he has another Sorin, it's over. Trophy the Sorin. Well, so we had to play of if he blocks, then he only has one attacker next turn. We can block that with Crawl Harpooner. If he doesn't block, oh the Kaya, we're dead anyway. Oh, opponent. It was fun. Thank you for the games. We need a sideboard. Okay. You got black. Definitely need sideboard for the big decks that are out there. So let's talk about that a little bit. Like, if we're in Jun right now, what cards in this deck would we bring in for a deck like, let's say, Bant midrange? Like, what do we want versus Bant midrange, right? Maybe more Assassin's Trophies. I mean, we've got kill spells, we've got Assassin's Trophies, we've got Bedevils, we've got Vraska's Contempts. Yeah. So no play I would have made that last turn would have saved me from Kaya's Oath of Kaya. So that's just kind of, yeah. You like Widespread Brutality, Fiery Cannonade? Yeah, that seems okay. Pirate's Village. Pirate's Village is fun. Like, casting Carnage Tyrants early is good. I don't know. Like, what would you bring in this deck? I mean, do you just want the staples like Duresses and things like that? Aid the Fallen. Some of the people are saying Aid the Fallen. Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. People are saying that that's a good card. Ritual of Soot. Absolutely. I'd 100% put some Ritual of Soots in this deck. Tybalt to stop life gain. It seems like a thing, right? Tybalt. Like, since you're wanting to... Okay, so but none of those are girls, right? And the whole theme of this deck was to be power girls. So I guess we would need more females, but... This was a themed deck, so it was meant to be fun anyway. So, try to play the ladies. I didn't make enough lady jokes though. I'm sure Leslie's like, you didn't make it funny enough, okay? But I'm sorry. Yeah. Duress has girls on it. You're right. Duress has girls on it. We could use some Duress. Probably I would probably play 4 Duress. Maybe, like, if you're liking the creature plan and things like that, maybe even some Kitesail freebooters or something like that. Madness says take 1 additional Assassin's Trophy, 2 Ritual of Soot, 2 Theater of Horrors, 2 Bantu Glorified, 3 Kaya Orzhov Usurper, and 4 Duress. You know, honestly, I don't think she's going to be playing Kaya Orzhov Usurper. We don't have white. I would take Vraska Golgari Queen in that spot over the 3 Kayas, though. I think Vraska Golgari Queen's in a really, really good spot right now. So we just trade your Kaya out for Vraska Golgari Queen, and we probably have decent answers. Derp. It happens. It happens. Yeah. There you go. Madness built you a sideboard. So Madness, I like the additional Assassin's Trophy. I also like the additional Ritual of Soot. Theater of Horrors, Bantu. I'm in the air on them. Aid the Fallen, Kaya's Ghost Form, Duress. Ghost Form's interesting. Like if you want to have some fun, Ghost Form's a fun little card. Angrath's Rampage, Angrath's Wrath, Angrath's Rampage. Angrath's Rampage would be a really good card in this deck. Possibly even better than something like. Oh man, yes, I would so do that. If you actually built and played this deck, Bantu's a chick. Fair enough. If you actually built this deck, I would put the Vraska's Contempts in the sideboard, and I would put 2 main board Angrath's Rampage over the 2 Vraska's Contempts, just because of how much cheaper the deck gets. There's that 6 mana Calamity card or whatever it is that you like pick 5 modes, right? Destroy target enchantment, artifact, creature, planeswalker, land, all of those things. You could even put that in the sideboard. I mean, you're kind of ramping and things. Like you could get away with playing that card. You could get away with playing Command the Dreadhorde in this deck. This might actually be a decent deck for Command the Dreadhorde. I think that you would want to have more life gain in the deck, but being able to get back Grawl Harpooner in a pinch, or Captain Lannery Storm, or something like that might actually be worth it. But Casualties of War, that's it. I was thinking Calamity something, but Casualties of War would probably be better than Command the Dreadhorde. You could play Command the Dreadhorde in this deck, but you're not getting any life back, so that's probably bad. Liliana and her Triumph. Yes, Liliana could make it into the deck. That would give you some sack. Although she's not really interested in sacking a lot of her creatures. We didn't get to play with Saheeli though, because Saheeli might actually create enough creatures that you could also sack some things. Yeah, a lot of really good cards that you could add to this deck. So, Courage and Crisis was good and almost got us there in that last game. Wasn't quite enough. Massacre Girl, there's a board wipe for you. I like it. Massacre Girl, she fits. She's a lady. Grim Warlord Rada, there's a female. I don't know if I would play Grim Warlord Atrata in this deck. Even though I love the art, I think she's just this beast of a woman, like some Amazonian. Like she is going to just slay some. I want to. She's gonna slay some people. All right, Grand Warlord Atrata. She here to do some stuff, but I actually don't think the card was printed very well. Like as far as the abilities, Liliana's static would be great. Whenever you sack a creature, whenever a creature you control dies. How often is a creature we control dying? I don't know. You had Rada in, took it out. Yeah, understood. Did I say Grim Warlord Atrata? My bad. Rada. Atrata is a cool card, but doesn't fit in the colors. Yeah. I used to run Banefire, and Rada helped a lot. But you don't run Banefire in it anymore. The Dimir are Berserkers now. Gotcha. So what's on the menu for tomorrow, if anything? Command the Dreadhorde, Golgari Citadel, or my own hero deck. But I actually ran my hero deck not too long ago, and it hasn't changed much. I actually had a lot of fun with your hero deck tonight, Madness. I actually like the Aristocrats. This may be one of the best versions of Aristocrats I've played so far. It's nice. Why not all 3? Because I actually haven't built a hero deck. I need to play my Citadel deck. Like, yeah. Hey, what's up? Just wanted to pop in. You watched some, but I've been busy tonight. Noticed a lot of new people in chat. Yes, Mr. Clay, there have been some new people here. Dummy Nation's been joining in with the community a lot. We're glad to have him or her. I don't know. I make no assumptions. I guess I do. I assume all the time, right? Also, good playing tonight, Eric. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I let Miss Leslie down. You know, I didn't win with her deck. I'm disappointed in myself. It happens. I'll get over it. It weighs heavy on me, but I'll get over it. Man, that's it. That's all I got for tonight, guys. Yes, get ready for Golgari Citadel for tomorrow night, and we will we'll have some fun with that. We're gonna play some combo. We're gonna be just winning the turn we play our combo piece like a proper combo. Okay, those white decks are hard. I wouldn't even have noticed that was funny until YouTube caught that sentence, right? I would have taken that as a completely innocent sentence until YouTube caught those white decks are hard. Rush, what's up? Oh, Rush and Jack. All right, I won't get mushy this time. Okay. Made some changes after tonight's stream and added final payment. And bit's different when a chick plays it, I guess. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, it knows. It knows that I did. I'm going to stop that joke right there. We're moving on. It knows I was the Angrath in the deck. That's what it was. That's what it was. What time are we playing tomorrow? Probably around 8 o'clock Central Time. That's what time I'm going to. Yeah, about 8 o'clock Central Time. So, yeah, we'll see you guys then. That's all I've got for tonight. Don't forget to do the YouTube things. Like on the way out, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you haven't posted your deck for next week, let's start doing that. Get on those. Get those decks over there. Get those posted, I think, starting tomorrow. Right, yeah, actually post those tomorrow. But don't forget to post, vote, like, all the other things. Stay awesome. We'll see you next time.